Just remind me if I forget.
I'm going to make you forget. All right.
The Ravens are not good this year.
No, don't do that. No.
You were going to get the first overall pick.
No.
You were actually the first 0-17 team in NFL history. You were so bad that Lamar Jackson decided to leave.
Sounds just like 3 years ago.
Welcome back to the James and Dame Show. I'm Josiah.
And I'm Will.
I guess we're being like this all day. I don't know. Welcome to Week 12 predictions because I'm curious to see if certain things will happen. There's a couple games that I'm keeping my particular eye on, but let's get into this and look at Thursday night. This is not a game. It shouldn't be a game.
Well, so it could have been. Texans have been on a winning streak. The Bills are inconsistent. Texans have a good defense. Texans will not have CJ Stroud, and that's the main point I'm focused on.
Yeah, that's what I'm focused on too.
Again, I don't like picking Bills games anymore.
No, I don't either. I don't trust them.
Because it's just like if they play their best, or at least 3/4 of their best, they should win this game.
Oh, easily.
But as we saw with the Dolphins, they don't always play to even like 50% of their best. So what are we going to get? What Bills team are we going to get? I don't know. And I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's just not.
It's like pulling a hat trick out of the hat, you know?
Bunny out of a hat.
Oh, we got no defense. Oh.
What are the Bills going to have today? Josh Allen's. Dang it.
That's basically the entire season so far for them. So I'm not going to be surprised if this ends up being a closer game than it needs to be. Granted, the Texans' defense are pretty good, so I'm giving them some credit.
They have a very good defense. They've played well pretty much all year. Last week, beating the Titans. Titans have a decent defense, not a very good offense. So I chalk that up to a divisional game, mostly on the offensive side. But Texans need to get offense locked down, secured if they really want to make a push for the playoffs. They're back into the discussion, but
they're on the outside window. They're on the out looking in.
I feel like so much of this is going to come down to the Bills.
What Bills team are we going to get Thursday night?
That's going to decipher whether this is like a really ugly Bills loss or a complete blowout. Because a good Bills defense, Texans are going to stand no chance. They might not get blown out, but Josh Allen is, or at least somewhere on the offense, is going to get something. And
easily.
But if this Bills defense, which has been very faulty as of the last couple weeks, goes against this,
dare I say this entire season?
They've had some solid weeks, but you're going against Davis Mills. You shouldn't. If you can't slow down Davis Mills, it's just going to be. And again, if the offense doesn't show up, it's going to be really tough. I'm going to go with my gut, which is the Bills here, but this Texans team has the potential to slow down the Bills enough to allow Davis Mills in the offense to get ahead.
Some sort of.
It creates room for it.
Yes. I don't know. I'm still picking the Bills.
Yeah.
Because. Yeah, that's about it.
What he said. looking ahead to Sunday, and we get the Steelers visiting the Bears.
So, I looked it up. The Bears have won against the Steelers at home since November of 1995. I'm still going with that. Steelers will not beat the Bears at Chicago.
How many times have they, in the past 30 years?
The last time they played at Chicago was 2017.
Yeah, it's like it would be like every 8-ish years.
It's about every 8 years.
So
That's the same team that's at home. Because it's about every 4 years.
They play every 4 years, but every 8 years they play at home.
And then it would have been...
So they've won 3 straight?
It would have
3
been
or 4?
it'd been 2021 when the Bears visited the Steelers. I just couldn't remember where it was.
If we're talking at home, so 2017, 2009, 2001. So 3 times, maybe a 4th in there. So it's a 3-game. It's an interesting stat, but it's one of those where it's like they don't play often enough for that to really mean that much in Chicago.
Yeah, but I like trends, so I'm sticking with the Bears. Also, Aaron Rodgers with the fractured
left wrist.
Left wrist. That man might die in the pocket. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's an interesting game. Steelers,
please protect. I know Aaron Rodgers is an interesting person, but please don't let him get hurt. Please, he's been injured already.
They're uncertain if he even will play.
Yeah, and that's why I'm just, even if he does,
they kind of like. I hate to say, but like if they kind of need him. Because if you throw Mason Rudolph in, I don't see the Steelers having any chance in this game.
Rudolph is your backup that comes in when the game is at least somewhat out of reach.
Yeah, I mean that's what you hope for. He's not a horrible backup, but this team, the offense hasn't looked great.
No. It's been something.
I mean, you put up 30 on the Bengals, but that's not any.
It's the Bengals.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. Otherwise, offense hasn't looked super pretty past few weeks, and Aaron Rodgers elevates that offense. So taking him out of the equation makes it really iffy. But even with him in there, the Bears, they've been really good at closing out games. They have a knack for making it a little too close.
True. I will say this though: if this was in December, I'd pick the Steelers. You know why? Rudolph.
No, right.
Red-nosed reindeer.
That's only if he actually plays. We don't even know.
That's my point.
Yeah,
if this was in December, just for the bit, I would have chosen the Steelers.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with the Bears because I like the Bears as of right now. I like the way they've been able to pull out games and just they're clutch. But
yeah. Bears, give me a reason to bump the Packers out of the top 10. Please, I'm begging you.
Again, it's not been super clean. It's not been super great football, but they are willing themselves to wins, and
that's all you need.
And I think right now the Steelers don't have that.
They've been kind of lifeless ever since that Chargers game. Even a little bit before that, honestly.
They've been slumping, and you're not playing the Bengals this time. You're playing the Bears.
You're actually playing somewhat okay to decent defense too.
Yeah,
the Bears have a decent defense.
Bears are a solid team.
They're not elite, but they're all right.
But moving on, we got the Patriots visiting the Bengals.
The Bengals.
So this is to be the expected last week before Burrow's return.
Yeah.
Maybe if the Bengals lose, do they even?
No.
But it sounds like It sounds like Burrow is planning to come back. Like he sounds like he's like, yeah.
Zach Taylor needs to put his foot down and say no. I don't want Joe Burrow hurt anymore. Okay, please. I want that 2021 season back again so badly.
I just
I don't. I'm tired of him getting injured. He needs to be healthy for at least a whole season, and I want that defense to fix itself. Gosh darn it! So, anyway, Patriots will win this one, probably at least by a score. Because you know how the Bengals like to play.
This is tough because like Drake May has played very well.
Drake May.
The Bengals have done a really good job of just making every game like a shootout, except for last week, but divisional game.
We don't talk about
prior to last week, they had a streak of just complete shootouts every game, and I wouldn't expect too much less for this game. Patriots, we've mentioned Patriots roster is
it's a bit shaky.
It's not the strongest roster. It is a weaker roster. But they're very well coached, and Drake May has done a very good job of elevating that team.
Indeed.
I have concerns of them in a shootout, but I am going to go with the Patriots because Bengals' one thing is a shootout. That's the only way they've been able to win. That's the only way they can really win games. And they lost their number one weapon for the game because Ja'Marr Chase being suspended for this game, where I think if Ja'Marr Chase is there, I think they actually have a chance at winning this. But without him, I know T. Higgins tends to step up pretty big when he's gone, but against the Patriots, who've been out coaching most of the opponents, I just
Zach
don't.
Taylor is not out coaching.
I don't see. I just don't see him being able to play.
Wildest dreams, maybe.
I just have a really hard time seeing that being a possibility. So I'm gonna go with the Patriots.
Okay. This next game, we have the New York Giants visiting the Detroit Lions. Yeah. Lions
are very good when they play angry. They're coming off of losses that are not fun.
And they're at home.
What? Because we saw them going through the three prior games after losses. They had the Packers week 1.
Mm-hmm.
Not a pretty loss. You come back and you beat. I don't have a word that I'm going to use. So you beat the Bears. Bad.
Yeah.
You go and you lose to the Chiefs on Sunday night, and then you go and come back home and play the Buccaneers. And you smack them when they looked like a really good team.
Yes.
Then they go and play the Vikings, lose, and then come back and dismantle the Commanders, who were already dismantled. Now you've lost to the Eagles, and you're coming and playing the Giants.
It's not looking too good for you, my friend.
They're 3-0 so far, coming off of losses.
Yeah.
And not. If I needed any other reasons why. The only other pieces I'll add, because I'm gonna go with the Lions. The only other pieces I'll add is I hope Jameis continues to play because I want Jackson Dart to get some time. I wouldn't be upset if he didn't play the rest of the year.
I wouldn't either.
For just
for safety purposes.
Yeah, he's your quarterback of the future. You know what you have.
Don't ruin
There's nothing else out there really. Like, let him sit on the sideline, watch, learn, but there's no one for him to throw to. He doesn't have weapons. You're not playing for anything. Your team's not good. There's nothing out there for him other than some experience, but he can learn plenty from the sidelines.
Mm-hmm.
So, other than that them starting Jameis, in my opinion, is a win. But Detroit pretty easily.
Yeah, Lions. So, sticking with the NFC North, we have the Vikings visiting the Packers. J.J. McCarthy at the moment is not the answer.
No, he's not playing great, but Neither of the Packers.
Neither the Packers, but I trust the Packers more than I do the Vikings.
I will say yes purely on the but we saw the Minnesota Vikings beat the Lions, and
I think that was more a defensive effort than anything else.
That's what I'm saying is like, I think this is going to be a defensive game. Josh Jacobs seems like he'll be okay to come back, but without Tucker Kraft, that Packers offense is kind of. And that was you going against the Giants last week.
It's true.
Like now you're going against the Vikings, who
are technically better.
It's
at this point. At this point, they're technically.
It's going to come down to this offense that is really.
I need to see another Watson performance because, like, the question is, will Watson do what he did against the Giants translate over to this game? Because he did pretty decent enough to be elevating the team. It's not the same as Kraft, though. It's not the same. It hasn't been. So,
it's just the offense for both of these teams has been.
It's abysmal.
Has been ugly. I think, despite NFC North has been a mess, I am gonna go with an upset here and go with the Vikings, though.
That's fair.
I don't like it, but Packers are they're just not that. They're not the team right now. Maybe they get something figured out, but the offense doesn't look good. And we know this Vikings defense is much better than what we see out of the Giants. Like this blitz heavy, their defense is good.
Oh, very easily, yes. They're very good. So I'm picking the Packers because I trust them. They're more reliable, even though their offense is inept. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like both these teams are very disappointing.
Looking at the Seahawks visiting the Titans, Seahawks could not beat Davis Mills.
What?
Last week.
Oh.
Couldn't beat Davis Mills. Division game, I guess, but this team, the Seahawks are not a bounce back game. This is it's not going to happen for the Titans. So I'm gonna go Seahawks.
I was a bit concerned there for a second. Seahawks. I don't know why I was concerned there.
I don't know either. There's nothing that would. I've had Titans in a few upset calls.
They just haven't been able to.
I mean,
they've been close.
I was close on upsets last week, but
I still cannot believe their only win is against the Cardinals of all teams.
I don't understand.
How?
I don't know. But yeah, Seattle pretty easily. They had a rough loss, but I don't expect to see more of that out of Sam Darnold. I feel like he's gonna. The team has a lot of faith in him, and I think he is good enough to bounce back against just again a not good opponent. And their defense has been really good. You have really good weapons. There's just no part of this where I think it could really fall apart, except maybe that O-line. Other than that, the Titans do not really have anything going for them right now.
No, they do not. So Seahawks probably destroy them. So. All right.
Interesting game.
Yeah, we have the Colts visiting the Chiefs. It is split 50-50 in pick'ems. Chiefs have the betting line.
They do.
Do you want to say mine? Or do you have yours solidified?
I think so. I do have mine. I feel like I know where you're going to go because you've mentioned you like to go off of trends. I'm so uncertain with this game because it's the Chiefs. And they're being pushed down. Typical Chiefs, from what we've seen in years past, Chiefs get pushed down, but they'll come back. or at least we've seen it a couple times, is where they make this comeback and just make it look dramatic. And this is like one of those games that could reassure it. But they've not looked good against good teams past few weeks. I mean, the Bills, they struggled. The Broncos, they struggled. And they just haven't been able to... They haven't been able to get out of these one-score games with wins. And so that's... defense hasn't looked great. You know, I mean, it's a solid unit with Spagnuolo back there, but a lot of their pieces that they usually rely on have not been functional to the level that they need. Colts coming off of a week of rest. Supposedly, like, they're just... You got Sauce Gardner back there. Defense was already pretty good. Offense is good. Jonathan Taylor's scary. Daniel Jones, assuming he doesn't have another reversion week, has been very efficient. I just have a hard time not going with the Colts here. I feel like what you're going to go with here is the trend of the Colts have had a very good record over the Chiefs as of late.
Yeah. However, this was my upset. I have the Chiefs beating the Colts here. Only for the sole reason that this is the point where the Chiefs kind of pick up the slack a little bit. I am also more than willing to be proven wrong. It's hard. This is split pretty even. I want to choose the Colts, but there's a gut feeling that I'm just like, but the Chiefs, though, I can't count them out right now. I really can't. And not saying Daniel Jones will have another Giants moment, but it will probably be more of a game than people will realize. Only because it's at Arrowhead and Mahomes is fighting for, the playoffs. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, more than happy to be proven wrong. I'm more than happy to be proven wrong. That's how I was last week when the Broncos beat the Chiefs. I was hoping for that. However, this one I don't feel the same way as I did last week, or at least not as much. This one I'm a little bit more confident it might be the Chiefs. Just don't know why, but I just have a gut feeling.
I'm gonna say that since those are the same words you used as last week, and that turned out in my favor, I feel a lot better about my pick now. So, Colts.
It has been one game.
Colts.
It's been one game, my friend.
Moving along to the Jets visiting the Ravens. Jets have really had a rough time. Jets are benching Justin Fields.
For Tyrod Taylor.
So we're going to have Tyrod Taylor, and this Jets offense hasn't been able to do much.
No.
Defense has been okay. It's a chance for Baltimore to kind of get a little bit.
Yeah.
It's an ego boost.
This is the point where the shift in the AFC North is happening. The Steelers are going to fall. The Ravens are going to rise.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't know how the standings would work. I don't know how the games behind and ahead are.
I believe Ravens would take division.
Would they take division with the
they
lead
just
and
haven't
loss?
They haven't lost in the division. They're 2-0
Okay.
against the Browns.
So, figuring they win here,
Yeah.
and the Pittsburgh Steelers lose, this is the point where I think the Ravens take back the AFC North for the moment. We'll see how it looks. Ravens by a long shot. This Jets team is not prepared. They're sloppy.
They haven't been able to figure it out on offense.
This is, I don't know. Now that you mentioned it like a few weeks ago, and now I can't stop thinking about it. I'm getting major year one Dan Campbell Detroit Lions vibes from this team.
Yeah.
I have no idea why.
It's a mess, and it's because the organization is a mess. I think the one thing that's holding them back from being Dan Campbell and the Detroit Lions is
their owner.
The ownership. And as long as that ownership is there, I think it's not. I think that's just gonna hold them back. But yeah, Ravens easily.
Yeah.
They have a pretty easy matchup, and they need to win the games like this in order to give them even a shot to get back in the playoffs. So they've been doing a good job so far, but they've got to keep it up. Looking at the Browns playing the Raiders.
I don't know, in the sense that I'm expecting both outcomes. But at the same time, I'm leaning towards a Raiders victory only because Shedeur Sanders, he might look okay. I'm not sure yet. You have a bad roster on offense for him. And the Raiders defense isn't great at all. So maybe he'll make the most of it, maybe? I have no idea.
I'm going to be honest. This feels like two sides of the same coin. You got quarterbacks who have not. I mean, we haven't seen much from Shedeur, but
no.
He, as mentioned, he's going to be the starter as Dylan Gabriel is suffering a concussion, or still in concussion protocol. Both, I mean, Gino's not been great.
No,
he's having a really rough year. Shedeur hasn't really had any chances, but he didn't look great in what he had.
I'm saying, maybe
both teams lean on the run game with rookie running backs who have been
good.
Yeah, I think Judkins has done more than Genty has. Not much there. That leaves a lot to be desired on the O-line, receiver room, defenses, some holes, but they rely on one player. Mm-hmm. Browns, I think defense is a little bit better, but I mean for the most part, it's Myles Garrett versus Max Crosby, which I'm excited to see it. But these teams feel very similar. I do think this game does come down to what do we get from Shedeur.
Yeah, and I think just knowing it's his first official start, it's going to be a lot of pressure for him.
It is.
Kind of same thing with how he was gotten thrown into your Ravens game. I wouldn't be surprised if he does okay. I'm not too high on him right now, only because what do you have to work with besides Judkins on his running back?
I mean, there's some weapons, but it's
also his O-line is
no. But again, you're talking about the Raiders. The Raiders are in a very similar spot. That's just
it's the same thing, but it's who up to this point has more experience.
Yeah, you give the nod to Gino, but at the same time, I mean, again, we don't know what we're going to get out of Shedeur. He has a week to prepare for starters.
Yeah, so we actually get to see a different story.
Yeah,
supposedly.
we don't know what to expect from Shedeur. And on top of that, I also just like the Browns' defense better. Shedeur might not be great, but I like the Browns' defense setting up the offense when they're working against Gino. I like their ability to get the ball.
Yes.
In whether it's actually putting up points or setting up situations to score. I like their ability to create that against a Raiders team that has struggled.
And I think that they can easily do that. From what it sounds like, I think we're going two different routes.
I'm gonna go with the Browns.
I'm gonna stick with the Raiders only because experience, kind of.
Shedeur is the only thing that would hold me back,
and that's what's holding me back. It's just I'm not sure about him right now. This is the first time we've actually got to see him rep with his actual starting team, on top of just getting a first full start. You're not thrown into the game halfway. You're getting to start beginning to end.
Hopefully.
Please no more injuries.
Going ahead on to the Jaguars playing the Cardinals. Jags super inconsistent. Cardinals are a mess.
Very easily.
Jags who destroyed the Chargers. They made it seem like a no contest. Meanwhile, the Cardinals kind of beat themselves versus the 49ers.
Yeah, just a wee bit.
We know that the Cardinals can be competitive from earlier in the year. They've done a really poor job as of late.
Yeah.
I mean, they beat the Cowboys a few weeks ago, but other than that, they've not been a good team. Obviously, last two games are division games, but you expect division games to be close, but the more competitive games.
Yeah, the more competitive games. We're expecting that out of division play,
but it wasn't. It's going to be another week of Brissett, who, Brissett might give you.
He's serviceable.
He might be like a, I don't know, more consistent option. He's just not going to elevate your team that much, though. And this team has a lot of holes. It's a very struggling team. They've struggled to just pull out wins.
This is not a good team. I'd rather go with an inconsistent team than a team that just I know it's not going to perform well.
But the Jags, the issue with inconsistency is the lows are lower than just a consistently bad team. Like they could lose this game just by playing worse because they're inconsistent. But I will agree. I'm going to ride with the Jaguars, but I know for sure they need to get their run game established.
Yeah, and that's just kind of how it is. Yeah, Jaguars can definitely do it. ETN has also been a great weapon that they've had.
Yes,
but who was their other running back from this last week?
Tutten. Is it Bashal Tutten?
Yes. He did pretty well too, and I think they have a somewhat decent duo running back.
They do just games that they run well. They tend to do very well.
They tend to win
just
them.
hasn't. They've struggled to actually make that work.
It hasn't.
The other thing is
quite yet.
The other thing is
quite yet.
Games where their defense does very well, they also win games, which they did play well last week. Is that them getting back on track, or is that just kind of like a fluke game because their defense has been very questionable. It was questionable the 2 weeks prior against the Raiders and the Texans, which not a good 2 weeks.
No.
To look questionable. So we'll have to see. But yeah. Eagles, Cowboys, Eagles.
Yeah.
Eagles. Cowboys.
Even though their offense is decent.
The Cowboys?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I mean...
Pretty decent. I like them.
Lamb and Pickens are...
Pretty great
duo. Very great duo.
Yeah, kind of how like you view Chase and Higgins a little bit with a couple other wide receiver pairs. Like you get some good receiver pairs, and like that's just one of them.
These two are up there for one of the best. Yeah. But
however, I've seen on the internet for some reason that the Cowboys, they're not in the full swing of this is our year quite yet, but it's like, oh, we had a great defensive performance. We're going to be competitive. I'm sorry, who did you play this last week?
The Raiders. Yeah, it's
not, like, no, you're not.
It doesn't mean a whole lot.
I'm sorry, but like we said several times, are you able to break through the Eagles' front seven?
It's tough though. It's a division game,
so it's hard to pick it out. But I am more confident in picking the Eagles right now. And granted, Cowboys, it just might be one of those years where you're just looking at not like a rebuild, but like a reloading situation. Like you have pieces, but at the same time, it's just you haven't gone anywhere with Dak. CeeDee Lamb can only do so much. You have George Pickens now, which helps the load.
Mm-hmm.
But that defense needs a lot of work this offseason, especially since you traded away a cornerstone in freaking August. Was it August?
Yeah.
It was August. You dumb.
Yeah. This is... It's the Eagles and Cowboys. I mean, we saw them play earlier in the year where the Eagles were not able to do enough on the defense.
No, they
Their defense is really good, but the Cowboys' offense has a lot of talent, and these teams just know each other very well. And so
yeah.
it's hard to say. We just saw the Eagles put on a clinic this last week on defense, but it's just the way these two play. It's so hard to tell how these are going to go. It is at home for Dallas. As a game that the Eagles seem like they really should win, but I don't think it is as cut and dry as that because Cowboys they need some big wins, and this is, I think, honestly one of the more manageable ones because of a division rivalry. I'm gonna go with Dallas. It's clearly an upset call because, but I mean, Eagles, man, their defense is great. Their offense can't keep playing to this level where we're gonna do just enough though, and expect to win every game. So, I mean, they can. I just don't think it's gonna go well in a game like this where.
No, not like this. No.
I mean, they were able to do it last year, but last year Dak was injured by this time. So
That's true.
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys just to get it as a revenge game from earlier in the year. But yeah.
Swear. All right. Now we have another interesting game. We have the Falcons and Saints. I cannot understand why this is even a competition for the Saints. But knowing Raheem Morris, I am picking the gosh darn New Orleans Saints because I want him out. I'm done with him.
Yeah.
He's so bad.
This is a week where if they manage to lose this game,
I want heads to roll.
Yeah.
Starting with him.
I mean, I don't know how hot his seat is at the moment. I'm one who thinks it should be hot, but I think
from
a
the
whole
management perspective, I'm not sure how much to view him.
But I mean, the other thing is like Falcons aren't gonna have Michael Penix.
It's also a division game, and you're playing away.
It is, but
so it's.
I mean, I'll go with the Falcons just because it should be an easy win with the Falcons. The Saints are not a good team.
No, but knowing Raheem Morris,
and the Saints did beat the Panthers, who swept the Falcons. So by
that logic,
this is a very winnable game for the Saints.
What a world we live in.
I'm gonna go with the Falcons because they by no means should lose this game. But
this is my other upset. This is what I was hoping to solidify here, but yeah, whatever.
Oh
yeah.
All right, on to Sunday night. We got the Buccaneers visiting the Rams, and
I'm so sorry, Baker Mayfield. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Buccaneers are not on the right path right now. They are trending backwards, while the Rams are. Yeah, they're playing well. They're playing very well, playing pretty complete football. They had a tough game last week, but they pulled out ahead with a lot of help from the defense. Tampa Bay, they can keep it competitive, but it feels like these games where by the end of the game, you kind of feel lucky to even be close.
Yeah.
Like
I can see that.
With against the Bills and the Patriots, it's like, yeah, we kept it close and we could have pulled that game out, but at the same time, it does not feel like we had control of this game at any point. And the Rams, I just don't see the Rams slipping up here. Again, it's Los Angeles, so as far as home games go, not that big of a home game, but
it's fair.
I'm gonna go with the Rams because they're just playing like the best team in the league.
Easily, yes, easily. Yeah, Rams should be easy win. Monday night. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the Panthers end up making it a decent game. I have no idea. I still don't think they win in Santa Clara though. How are the Niners 7-4 right now? This is giving. What was it? What was the year where they were injured? That was a couple years ago.
Was that 22?
20,
21, 22 season.
Yeah, because it had been that season where the Eagles went to the Super Bowl the first time against the Chiefs.
And then when they lost.
And that's when they lost, yeah.
Panthers, 49ers.
It's a match.
I have one thing that I'm really looking at here, but like looking at the teams as a whole, 49ers, they got some injuries on the defensive side of the ball. The offense has been Christian McCaffrey, and that's about it.
That's all you need. Panthers were able to thrive off of him for a long time.
Yeah, but the Panthers know that. Panthers, they've been like a very hit or miss team. They're this like slightly below average talent level team who, through just like, I feel like coaching has they ride or die on how good of a game how well they're coached each week.
Yeah,
and Rico Dowdle.
That too.
So it's
49ers should win this one. Panthers, this is where I expect them to be at this point of the season. They're just middle of the pack record wise.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of where I had them.
That's fair.
So,
yeah, I have one stat that's kind of going to make my decision.
Oh,
the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh.
In their last, let me see. Since week 4.
Since week 4.
Well, technically, you go back to week 3, actually.
Oh.
Have gone win-loss, 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 win-loss,
you're going off.
win. It's been pretty consistent, though, and, like...
It's not like the only reason why you might go Panthers. Right?
Well, no, because, again, the Panthers, Rico Dowdle has been good. He's been very good for them.
He's been great.
And they've been able to pull out games against, like, the Packers, where they shouldn't be pulling out games against the Packers. Like, they're not a great team. No. But they're playing, when they're coached well, they're playing like a good team. Now, will we get that? We don't know, because this team is very
It's across
wishy-washy.
the United States.
You're
is playing in a very tough environment.
It is. That's true. But the 49ers have not been a super clean team.
No, they have not. But
they're injured, and a lot of their offense relies on CMC. Other than CMC, this team is basically just the defense, because it's been Robert Saleh kind of pulling that team to wins. Mac Jones has managed to step up in a lot of these games, but we didn't even have Mac Jones last week.
Nope.
So it's a game where if you don't shoot yourself in the foot a bunch, which, yes, Bryce Young on the road has been rough.
Yes.
They don't shoot themselves in the foot too much, though. This is a winnable game. The 49ers are not an unbeatable team. I feel like they are overachieving quite a bit.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I wanted them to do. I just don't think it will be against this team.
They're
not quite ready.
I'm gonna go with the Panthers, though.
So we'll split on this one then.
Yeah,
that's
a
fine.
few games of splitting.
Yeah, I mean, makes it more interesting.
Yeah. So
makes us also look dumb.
I don't know. Either way, that wrap ups our picks for the week. As of looking at last week, Josiah had the best week at 11-4. He's in first now at 110-53. I believe I went 10-5, and I'm at 102-61. Mm-hmm. So it will be quite an interesting week to see how things shape out. We have
especially how much we split between the two of us.
Yeah, we have Denver, Miami, the Chargers, and Washington on buys this week.
That's a bit of teams. Yeah.
So we're gonna have 14 games this week. Excited to see how they pan out.
Oh, yes.
And to talk about them next week and see how poorly we've done. So thank you so much for watching. Obviously, this has been the Week 12 preview. Appreciate all of you for joining us. As most You've either seen it or you haven't. We've been here for 2 years.
Yeah,
It's been a long road, and it's been a great time.
You should go check out the 2-year anniversary compilation. I specifically had a great time editing.
He worked very hard on it.
Yes.
So go show his video some love, and thank you everybody for joining us for the ride. And we look forward to seeing you next time.
See ya.
Bye.